Good afternoon and welcome to America's Home Cooking. We are going to be making fried pies. I threw the first batch out. I was doing it and I don't like the way the flour is too dry, so I threw it out and I'm on my second batch, okay? You need 2 cups of flour. You need a teaspoon of salt. Everything that's wet here, I am going to have a problem. That's okay, I'll deal with it. I am adding a tablespoon of brewer's yeast. I'm going to need another set. I recommend Puritan Pride, but they don't sell it anymore, so I had to go to the company now and get it. Okay. Try again, Sandra. I know. All right, we need 1/3 of a cup shortening or lard. You have a multiple choice. For 5 tablespoons and a teaspoon will give you 1/3 of a cup. If this doesn't work this time, I'm going to scream. Okay. So you have 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of brewer's yeast, nutritionally I use. If you leave it off, that's okay. If you want to add a 1/2 cup of, instead of using 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and you want to use 1½ cups of white flour and a 1/2 cup of whole wheat, you can. I just figured I'd do the brewer's yeast. All right. You know, I'm getting to be a mess. Okay, Sandra. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tablespoons. The recipe reads 4 to 5 tablespoons, and that this is supposed to be a moist batter. The last one I just made before this one, I was doing the video and I said it's too dry. It's way too dry. They want it moist. I don't see how they expect it to work. No, gonna have to add more. I don't know which milk he's using, but it's not working for me. So this will be 7. Now we're at 7. You're leaving now? Bye. Okay. I'm trying to get this into a moist batter, so you're going to save me playing around with it. Oh, that bread's going to be coming out too, and I'm not ready for it either. Now he wants this to be a moist batter, but it's not turning out the way he says. So I keep adding milk until I get it to the texture I want. So just keep counting. I think we're at, what, 6, 7? There might be 8. Yesterday. Yeah, this is feeling a lot better. Let me just handle it and see what I can get out of this first. That's 2 things I've thrown out today. He said this is going to be moist. Where? Add another tablespoon. We're getting there. If yours is moist now, then you're doing better than me. Right now, it's just not working for me. Should be drying out from the heat in the kitchen. It says 4 to 5 tablespoons, but I'm up to 8. Okay? So I am up to 8, and it's finally starting to feel like a dough. I had poured extra in when I made it last time, but I couldn't remember. But this time, I got a count on it. So I'll change that recipe around like I normally do. And I don't think a tablespoon of yeast would cause this much of a problem. See, now it's working the way it's supposed to be. Did you ever have those crazy days when you try to do things and everything falls apart on you? Now you have to roll this like 1/4 of an inch, 1/8, really thin. You did not eat your food. I am not feeding you something special if you can't eat your food, Taffy. Oh, this is so much nicer. You're going to have to add more than 5. Okay? Because 4 or 5 is just too dry. Yeah, I've got, it's much better now. I'm happy with it. All right, you're going to need a cutter. You're going to need 3 to 4 inches. Now to make the filling, I should tell you this first because I deleted the last one. You're going to take 1 pound of prunes and you're going to chop them up and you're going to put them on with water just before you get them covered. And you're going to cook that. Bring it to a boil, turn it down to simmer until it gets thick and mushy. Then you're going to add sugar to your taste and clove to your taste. And that's how you make the filling for this. Okay? You have to roll this out to about 1/8, like a pie crust. So my circles are going to be 3 1/4 inches. But he says anywhere from 3 to 4. And according to how big your circle is that you're making, will dictate how much filling you can put in it. And then I'll show you. Why do I twist it? To make sure it's not sticking. That's why I twist it. Is this gonna fit here? Just make it. And what you do, you take the excess off and put it to the side because we're going to use it to roll more out. So we got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we got the filling. Be careful you don't add too much, because if you add too much, it's going to seep out, and you don't want it to seep out. According to the size of your circle. I'm making small ones, but you can go up to 4 inches. Wet it around like this, all the way around. I'm sorry, you didn't see, all the way around. Make sure it's wet. You're going to take it, and you're going to fold it, and you're going to pinch it here, here. Make sure your seams are straight, so when you go to smash them, they come together. Very, very nice. See? Now what we're going to do is you're going to take the fork and you're just going to crimp the edges, making sure you don't break into the pie. And there you are. No, that's not going to fit. Let's see how it is. See, we pinched it closed. Now we're going to crimp it. And you see, the filling is inside, but I didn't make a hole to where it would seep out. That's what you have to be careful of. If you see me snacking, it's because the fruit's on my finger. But remember, I'm not cooking for other people, so I don't have to worry. So I'll repeat once again that when you sit there and you go to make the filling, you need 1 pound of prunes. You're going to chop them up, put them in a saucepan, and water almost to cover, almost. You turn that flame on. You're going to bring it to a boil, and then you're going to sit there, and when it comes to a boil, you're going to simmer it, turn it down to simmer, and cook it until it's thick. You'll see it. You'll stir it and you'll see the thickness of it. Then you take it off the burner and you put sugar in, sweetened to your taste, and then add a clove to your taste. And that's all you have to do. That's the instructions I got. I didn't get it any finer detail. That is actually the instructions for it. But you will need a cutter, 3 to 4 inches. Now it states point blank to put 2 tablespoons into these little things. It doesn't work. Okay, you have to judge that. That's a judgment call you're going to have to make on how much, because you don't want it to seep out. And believe you me, I had 4 or 5 the first time I did the recipe. I said, oh God, this is great. Man, it's wet. Oh God, that bread's going to be done soon. That's it. It's really how simple it is to do. Okay, where am I going to put? Hold on a minute. I've got to find out where I'm going to put the bread. No, no. You can't complain. So if your batter is too dry, you add extra milk. So you can roll it out and it doesn't crack. See, these aren't cracking. If you saw the first ones, they were just cracking all over the place. And I said, no, somebody made a misprint on this recipe. Okay. Now when we go to fry them, you're going to need about 3 inches of oil in a pan, and you're going to have to heat it up to 375. I'm telling you, because we'll be getting there soon enough. base now. Oh, I kept watching that batter and I said I was not happy with it. I said something is just not right here. Now see, I know that if you're cooking for your family, instead of washing your hands every time they get dirty, you will lick your fingers. Hey, it's family. And I'm not a restaurant. That one looks a little big, we'll see. Oh God, I was hoping to get these at least made before I take that bread out. I have to stop this video. I've got to take care of the bread and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. See, if your crust is too dry, you won't be able to stretch them and they'll crack as you try to do this. That's what happened with the first one, and I just deleted the video and said, I think I have to add more milk to this because this is just not working. Okay, get this out of the way. You know, all this extra dough you have here that we took off, we're going to re-roll it and make more of these. No reason to waste it. Oh, fourth. Shoot. If I get anything done. So far we've made 5, 10, 12. But dry fruit is great. Just 1 pound of it. You make a lot of these. So see, if it's dry and you try to make the pies, with the filling, they won't fold, they won't stick, they won't do what they have to do, which gives you a hard time. And we're not wasting this, we're just gonna work it and keep working it until, you know, we use it all up. Okay? Now a pound, I made 1 batch and I made a second one. So these, they make a lot, but I guess if you make a 4-inch diameter circle, you'll probably get less, but I wanted to make small ones. They're nice, you know, just have little small ones. See, you can stretch this over this because the dough was done in such a way that extra moisture that I added to it. I think I added 8 tablespoons, didn't I? Something like that. Now, these are not going to float. I tried that. I burnt the first batch because I said it should be coming up soon. You know, I'm waiting for it to come up, and it didn't come up. And I said, uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh was a big word. I pulled them out, and they were almost black. And I said, oh, God. I came close to burning, really burning them. But I have so many ideas I can do here. So I like this recipe very much. See, that first one always gives me a hard time. Then I get it down and then I start running through them. So you'll be seeing me make the other recipes that I have in seasonings. It's just I have so many recipes. I mean, I left them on the table. I woke up, there were only 4 left. And I said, dang, I didn't even get one. But they said you can repeat this. When they like something, they'll tell me that. So I said, well, I have extra prune filling. Most people wouldn't even think of putting prunes in them. Most people put apples and peaches on them. Apple pie was famous in Texas at Whataburger. It's really called What-A-Burger, but we always called it Whataburger. We just ran the words together. Okay. We have more dough, so you know what we're going to do. We're going to work it. We're not going to waste it. Though I wasted the first. Because it's right there. I'm going to throw it in the trash tonight. I think I'll just get one more. I don't think I'm getting any more than that out of this. So make sure, though I keep on repeating myself, make sure your dough is moist and not too dry, or it won't work. You know, I might get one more after this. I'll put that there. Let me see if I can get another one. All right, this is it. This will go in the compost. See, these weren't working. That's why I threw the whole thing. It was so dry, they wouldn't seal. You can see the difference. Let's see if we can get this one. This was the last one that I made. Let's see if I can get this closed. If you're wondering what I'm doing over there, in that direction, the water with the brush. Because I'm trying to keep the water over there and keep it dry over here. Okay. This is how many that we've got ready to fry. Okay? It's about 15, I think, or something like that. Let me clean my mess up. Okay, I cleaned the counter up some. Wait a minute, you're not straight. What am I doing wrong here? You're gonna need about 3 inches of oil. Now, they're very explicit with this recipe. 375 this oil has to get to. So be aware we have to hit 375. So it's going to take a bit. But they say to put these on a paper towel as they fry up. I'm going to put mine on a rack and just let them drain. I think it'd be better. And then we'll put confectionery sugar on them. Okay, but we have to wait till this gets up here, way up here. Okay, so when it gets there, I'll be back. Okay, it's there. They're not going to take long to fry up, so we'll be moving right along. Oh God, this came off again. You have to keep an eye on them because you don't want them to burn. That's the whole thing. Since I already went through that department, burning them, I can speak. Because this is a hot heat, they can brown up very, very fast, you see? Drain them thoroughly. We have 18 of them. So if you make a double batch, you'll have 36. After we do this, we'll go ahead and we'll get confectionery sugar and we'll take care of them. I'm just keeping an eye on because I know how fast these things brown. I'm going to continue this and I'll be back when I finish frying. Okay, we're getting ready to do confectionery sugar now. Well, this is how I do. I put a little here, just hit the side of my hand. And if it doesn't want to come out, this gives you more of an even tone on them. Now you can make confectionery sugar with canned milk or heavy cream to make them richer and pour over it. But this way I find out I use very little. And very little waste. Now we'll put them on a plate, be ready for tomorrow. I'll put them on another big white one. We're going to have to turn this way, something for it to be better. See how you can design it up? One, two, three, four. Let's move this in such a direction. Here you are. All done. After my first fiasco, I got the second batch right. Listen, you have a great evening. Bye-bye.